watercolorists, and thank you so much for watching this video. Today we're going to the beach and we are gonna paint plein air. For those of you who don't know what plein air is, a direct translation from French would be in plain air. And it's the act of painting outdoors, on site. And the main benefit of this is having a more accurate representation of color, because natural light is very bright and it's white. It doesn't distort the shade of our colors, so it's much easier to perceive the right color. The best way to approach this is to use a French box easel. Very convenient. It's basically a box where you store all your supplies and you carry it on your shoulder, and whenever you get to your site you just open it up. You open the legs, they have telescopic legs, you adjust your height, you open up and just slide the upper part and rotate it so you can adjust the angle of the paper. This is particularly useful for watercolor. I feel that some of the washes, especially in the sky, greatly benefit from having almost vertical surface so they can flow in the direction we want. As you can see, for my sky I'm using this rag while my paint is still wet, and I'm trying to dab so I get those pretty fluffy sky cloudy areas. For the colors in the sky, I've used cerulean blue exclusively, and after that was dry, I used some cadmium yellow for the area where the sun is shining more. Also, for the sandy area, I'm using the yellow ochre with burnt sienna and sepia brown. This combination allows you to have darker areas where the dunes are in shade. That's how you suggest the shade, using a darker value. And as I'm on site, I'm observing that the horizon line makes a bigger contrast with the sky, and the water seems to be darker right where the sky meets the water. So then I'm gonna add more combination of my ultramarine blue with cadmium red. I created this kind of purplish color for the water. That's not the pure ultramarine blue. So for the sky, I should have waited for the cerulean blue to completely dry, but I was impatient and I really trusted the wind so it would do its job faster. It didn't. So I went ahead and I used darker value of a combination of ultramarine blue and the cadmium red to create those clouds. In order to finish this painting, I'm getting back to the studio, do a little adjustments, a lot of dry brushing. As you can see, I'm using dark shades for subsequent layers, and as you can see, my brush is almost dry. I'm dabbing it onto the rag you just seen earlier, and I'm trying to pull out as much of the water possible while keeping the pigment on it. I'm just rubbing it gently on the surface of the paper. Everything that it's sparkly and that has a reflection of the sun, it's gonna stay pretty much white, the white of the paper, or it's gonna have a little bit of a yellow ochre shade, which I'm doing right now. I'm applying that around the sun and also on the surface of the water. That's it. You don't have to think too much and measure or just complete approximate. As long as you don't overdo it and apply too dark of a value, it's all good. While I was painting this, I saw a couple there, so I decided to include them. I did not show you that because I just did it after I filmed. That's very easy to apply. It's just a dry on dry application basically of darker value. So you can see that the center of interest in this painting is the sky, reflection in the water, and the couple. It's a lot of wet on wet for my sky. People are dry on dry, and a combination of the two for this sandy area. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe and hit that bell button for more videos.